Thank you. This $1.50 hot dog is responsible for $4.5 billion in revenue last year.
What's the secret to building a business that has instant name recognition?
And it's been the same price for the past 40 years. If you're not familiar with it already, Costco is a warehouse superstore that sells, you name it, to their customers in exchange for an annual membership fee. It's $60 for the basic and $120 for the executive. And this doesn't even account for the goods that Costco actually sells. This hot dog is so valuable to Costco that founder Jim Senegal allegedly threatened the CEO's life if he ever raised the price.
Because it's not about the hot dog, it's about the brand, right? It was never about the hot dog, Ben. You know this.
That's Evan Grubb, who has helped over 2,000 companies for the past 7 years with their pricing. And he's gonna help me dissect this problem and figure out how a good brand actually gets your customers to pay more. And you don't need a hot dog to do it, although it does help. Costco's brand origins go back way before the hot dog, before Jim Senegal, before the company even started. The brand of Costco began with a man who means more to commerce than you might realize, Saul Price. Jim Senegal has said many times that everything he learned can be credited to Saul Price. Saul started FedMart in the 50s. FedMart provided goods for purchase to federal workers and their employees with a lifetime membership bought for $2. They didn't run any advertising, with Saul saying, "We have in effect said that the best advertising is by our members, the unsolicited testimonial of the satisfied customer." And to do so, Saul stuck to 4 principles in running FedMart. Provide the best possible value to the customers, excellent quality products at the lowest possible prices, pay good wages and provide good benefits, including health insurance to employees, maintain honest business practices, and finally, make money for investors. Jim Senegal bought into this mission as he worked at FedMart for almost 25 years before leaving it in 1977. But by this time, Saul had actually been forced out of FedMart, and he had founded a new store, Price Club. That's a much better name, by the way. Jim Senegal opened the first Costco warehouse in Seattle, Washington in September of 1983 with his partner Jeffrey Brotman. The flyer for their opening said, "We have cement floors and open ceilings, no frills." Memberships began at $25 a year. Costco was early to the game with offering fresh food, including meats, seafood, and a bakery. They've had to increase their size of the shopping cart 4 times. The focus from the beginning has always been for Costco to put themselves in the shoes of their customers. Customers want high-quality products at affordable prices. In order to do this, Costco keeps a low number of SKUs, around 4,000, and they try to keep margins as low as possible, aiming for 14%, but averaging closer to 11%. With this intense customer focus, Costco was able to go from 0 to $3 billion in revenue in under 6 years. Their mission statement is to continually provide our members with quality goods and services at the lowest possible prices. Remember those principles that Saul had? Well, check out Costco's code of ethics that they use today. Obey the law, take care of our members, take care of our employees, respect our suppliers. Sound familiar? Well, that's not all. Price Club would be acquired by Costco in 1993, reuniting Saul and Jim for good.
The membership subscription is basically a key to the club. There are subscriptions everywhere now, and sometimes they're super aligned to value. Sometimes they're just a piece of the equation. Costco does it right because the subscription, one, it gets you access to the club. And then on top of that, they have add-ons for everything. It's like if you want to travel, if you want to purchase an engagement ring, whatever it is, like you can get that obviously through Costco.
But what does all of this have to do with hot dogs, you might ask? Costco's mission statement has everything to do with it. Continually provide our members with quality goods and services at the lowest possible prices. It's how one feels when shopping at Costco. I'm getting such an incredible deal, you might think. And you'd be right. Some sources say that the first hot dog stand appeared in 1983 in the Portland location, others 1984 in San Diego, and Jim Senegal says the company was open for a year and a half before putting a hot dog stand in the original downtown location. But one thing we know for sure is that originally there wasn't even a food court, just a small Hebrew National cart that sold a 12-ounce can of soda and a quarter-pounder dog for $1.50. The success of the hot dog spurred the opening of Costco's food court. Today, you can get a variety of items like pizza, smoothies, and a chicken bake. But unlike the hot dog, these items have increased in price since opening. I mean, the chicken bake went from $2.99 to $3.99 in 2022. There's also a roast beef sandwich available for $9.99. And let's just pause for a second because I think that is absolutely crazy. I mean, you can get a full pizza for 5 cents cheaper than the sandwich. And yet the hot dog remains the same. But what if I told you that the value has actually increased? Instead of a 12-ounce can, today you can get a 20-ounce cup with free refills. The hot dog is also 10% bigger. In order to accommodate this, in 2009, Costco replaced Hebrew National with their own brand, Kirkland, the name of many in-house Costco products. And they opened a dedicated hot dog making facility in California. When asked about the hot dog price by the Seattle Times, Jim Senegal said, "Everybody talks about it. People look at that hot dog and say, $1.50. This is unbelievable. It's the same thing that you'd spend $7 or $8 at the ballpark for and not get the same quality dog. It's one of the things that we're known for." Why do you think that this deal has remained unchanged for the last 40 years?
Because it's not about the hot dog. It's about the brand, right? It was never about the hot dog, Ben. You know this. That's a fundamental mission of the company, is to keep prices low. So it makes sense that that's a big piece of their brand. The other piece here is kind of the elephant in the room, which is their add-on strategy, right? So you can purchase anything you want basically through the Costco ecosystem. Gas, like that's a great one, where that keeps you driving into the parking lot and then you can go back into the store. I think a lot of SaaS companies should leverage add-ons more. The idea of some features being low relative preference, or most of your audience not really needing those features, but those that want them have a high willingness to pay, they basically should be sold a la carte. They should be removed from your tiers.
These clips are from an extended interview that I did with Evan for our podcast, Protect the Hustle. We talk much more about what SaaS companies can learn from Costco, as well as the state of SaaS pricing today and where we go from here. Check it out when you're finished with this video. Costco's prices are its brand, and brand, while difficult to measure, is important when it comes to willingness to pay as well as retention. The data proves it. First, here's how brand drives higher willingness to pay. Based on our survey of thousands of subscription and SaaS companies, we found that those with a positive perception of a brand are willing to pay up to 60% more than those with a negative perception, depending on ARPU. And that's not all. Even a neutral perception of brand can negatively affect willingness to pay. And like I said, brand can also affect retention. Customers with a positive perception of brand have nearly 20% better net dollar retention. A negative perception drives NDR down to a place where it's difficult to stay afloat. Developing a brand like Costco's didn't just happen overnight, and if you're struggling with brand perception today, chances are that it's going to take some time to right the ship. But sticking to customer-centric principles and developing your own version of a $1.50 hot dog could be huge for your business.
Virality is really, really impactful for Costco, but also for a lot of these B2B companies moving more into PLG or product-led growth. Calendly, when you schedule on somebody's Calendly to book a time, it tells you that it's powered by Calendly. Or when you take a survey from Typeform, it tells you like, hey, this was powered by Typeform. That's a way of creating sort of a viral growth strategy. So that's something that Costco does well that we can take away for the B2B community.
The Costco hot dog is iconic. Whether you eat it beforehand or save it till you're done shopping, it's a signal that tells you that you're getting a great deal. And as Jim Senegal said, when you get customers who are that delighted with something, it's worth your time and energy to make it work. To learn more about retention, CAC, and many other benchmarks on where your company should be, check out the videos on the screen. Subscribe if you want to build better SaaS, and from Paddle, my name is Ben Hillman, and I'll see you next time.